Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a repair on these tank cars. I had sold them on eBay. The bids went sky high. These are the Vision line ethanol tank cars with weathering and graffiti. Very unique set, and the bids went sky high, which I honestly didn't really expect. But they arrived with a couple of issues that I didn't catch before I shipped them. It's totally my fault. But the buyer was extremely angry and wouldn't even give me a chance to repair them, wouldn't check out my YouTube channel, nothing, just stone cold. So I'm going to repair these, and I don't think I'm going to even offer them back, even though the bids went really high. I just don't like that. Sometimes humans make mistakes. So I'm going to fix these and then possibly sell them elsewhere. But I'm going to document the repair, and first what I'm going to do is show you what's wrong with them. So the problems are with both sound tank cars. As you can see here, we have a severed wire right here. It connects right into here. So I'm going to remove that heat shrink tubing and resolder this and put new heat shrink tubing there to keep it secured and in place. That'll be very easy. And then over here on this tank car, the screw fell out, which holds the sensor in place. And if you look over here, there's a little plastic spacer here that keeps everything in place. And here's the screw. I've got a million screws, and I've got styrene that I could match that thickness exact and put this back on. And once we do that, these cars will be fixed. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to start out by making the spacer. What I'm going to do is remove this sensor here and use that spacer and trace out the size that I need for my homemade spacer. So let's get started. All right, so as you can see here, I've cut out my styrene spacer. We have, let me flip it around, we have the screw hole here. Here's the matching screw. And then I cut out this little groove for these little metal tabs right here. And you can see the screw hole here. And then this is where the screw actually will thread, right next to the sensor. And the sensor reader is right there. So I'm going to put this all back together now. All right, there we go. Back on there. Tightened and secured. Wheel is rolling freely. Should be good to go on this car. So for the next car, turns out both wires were disconnected, not just one. The hot and the ground came loose. No idea how that happened. But here, this is the board, and it just slides out very easily. And then these wires were taped inside the shell. I just took the tape away so I'd have some slack. So first thing I'm going to do is tin them, and then I'm going to disconnect the truck and feed the wires through that little hole and then resolder. This way I have a little bit of slack and flexibility. And then I will reconnect the truck, screw it back down, and then push the excess wire through, tape it down, and then slide this back in. And I'll also find some E-tape for that battery hatch here, or that battery connector. And I'll do the same thing on the other car. I'll check the battery connector real quick, make sure it's E-taped. So that's it. So there it is all back together. Hot, ground, soldered good. Now I'm going to screw that truck back in and put the board in and test these cars out. Oh, and here's the E-tape for the battery connector. Just keep that safe. All right, the truck is secured. And as you can see, I re-secured the wires to the shell. So now I'm going to slide this board back in. Trying to do this one-handed. As you can see, there's a track and you just push it in like that. And that's about it. So I've got it programmed as engine 99. So let's give it a little test drive.
Connection's tight. Fill her up.
Let's unload it.
Connection's tight. Drain the tank.
Yeah, hands in the way. Okay, there's the end of train light and the rear coupler. Cool, that works. from it. That's the train brake. That's the train brake release. So when you got it lashed up with an engine and you're slowing down, the train brake will make that loud screeching noise. So for now, that's the train brake fully applied. And that's the release sound. Let's try the other one. Here's the other one with the graffiti. So let's apply power. This is the one where I resoldered the wires. So let's apply power and make sure I didn't cross them. 18 volts, 1.7. Very good. Let's program it. Engine 99, the set key. It took it, very good. Let's slide the switch back to run. There we go. Info, we're already on freight car, so we should be good to go.
Connection tight. Fill her up. Connection tight. Drain the tank.
Very good. Rear coupler. Very good. Cool. So we're going to try these out in a freight train.
Connection tight. Fill her up.
Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that little repair video. As you can see, the cars are just fine. And this is one of the Vision line gen sets. I got this in on a trade. It had some issues. It was missing the forward horn, so that's a brass horn that I painted to match, and I applied it on there, or secured it. And I tuned up all 3 smoke units, so they have fresh batting and they smoke pretty good now. And what I'm eventually going to do with this is weather it and graffiti it to make it look like the one that Lionel had to cancel the last time they ran the gen sets. So I'm thinking actually to just hang on to these tankers a little bit and sell this as a set. I think that would be really neat to have that first generation Vision line set all weathered and graffitied. So I think somebody out there would really like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.